Greetings, brothers and sisters. I want to say, whatever you do, whenever you speak, tell the truth. No matter what, tell the truth. Because the truth will shame the devil. I remember Satan had come to me and said to me, Dad is watching you. And I told him to get away from me. I rebuke you. See, I already know the Heavenly Father is watching me. It is a quarrel with me and Satan, always. He hates when I call him by his real name, when I call him Samuel. He don't like that. But I want you to understand, no matter what, you tell the truth because God sees everything. Even though it may hurt some people, when you tell them the truth, always tell the truth and do not lie. Whatever you do, tell the truth and you will shame the devil. He wants you to lie. Moreover, I may have told you this before, but I want to tell you this message again. Remember to keep the rod and the staff. You see, there will come a time when the church will be attacked severely, but it won't be attacked. Those churches that listen to the truth and change over to the saints of the Most High and allow the high priest to take possession of the church with the rod, with the staff, in order to protect them, because people will try and enter and cause all sorts of conflict, because there will be filth in the house and they will be unclean. As it is today with the ministers, a lot of ministers are going astray. Thus saith the Lord, no more shall the temple be attacked. You see, the high priest and the chief priest shall rule. There will be two chief priests and there will be one high priest. And they will govern the church. And there will be young priests that will have the rod. Even missionaries, females, they will also have rods. In this congregation, they will learn how to fight and protect the church. And in the end, this is where, because the church shall be strong, the beast will find a way, find people that have intelligence against the church in order to try to destroy it. Because he won't be able to destroy the saints of the Most High. At first, the Most High saints, he won't be able to destroy them. And he will be against them. No more would I be homosexual man in the church over the congregation. For God hates these things. He is against these things. Then you got people out here on the street saying, well, it's wrong. It's wrong for him to say, that's prejudice. That's not good. But it is not prejudice because God, these things are immoral. God is against these things. And they're saying that God is not, saying that it's wrong, you're racist or prejudice or whatever they want to call it, because you're against homosexuality. You're against these men that do these vile things. You're against people that's getting married, the gay marriages and stuff like that. It's wrong to be against these things. But God did not create women for women. God hates these things. This is a disgrace to God. He don't like this because you are against his rights. You're going against your birthright. It angers the Lord, thy God, above. So do not do these vile things before him. This is the reason why he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. And they said to me, one guy was telling me, he didn't destroy Sodom and Gomorrah because of same-sex marriages. He destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah because they was raping men, were raping men, and they was doing all sorts of vile things like that. And they was even raping animals. But this is what led up to it. This is exactly what led up to it. same-sex marriages and all sorts of vile things. Doing this filth. This is what led to it. How can you bring creation into life? How can you bring life if you're loving the same sex? This is forbidden. So don't listen and say it's a discrimination, because you're not discriminating against nobody. It's not a discrimination because it's immoral. It's a sin to do such vile things. Remember, God hates evil. God do not like evil. This is the work of Satan. And when the churches throw these people out and they don't want them in there, they should learn, they should understand. That is the reason they're doing it, because God does not like such filth. This is a disgrace to him. God sees all things. Tell the truth and shame the devil. If you're going to continue to go down the wrong path, then you're going to continue to get stomped out and pushed away. And see, this is what Satan wants. And he wants you to be filthy. He wants you to love that type of lifestyle. It's a sin. Such sickness and pervertedness is a sin. You see, he would take those men and he would destroy women with those men, those vile men. See, but they don't realize that that's exactly what his plan is to do. And then in the end, he will eat their flesh. This is what he wants, to deceive the mind with such vile pleasures, temptations of the flesh. Learn to tell the truth, and do not suffer to be abused by people in the streets that come at you. Remember, in the end, the beast will hunt down everybody with the gun. The man with the gun, he will hunt them down with other people in order to steal the gun from him, because it belongs to him. So you might as well take up your rod and your staff. Remember in the Psalms, it says, my rod and my staff, they comfort me in the presence of my enemy. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, my rod and my staff, they shall comfort me in the presence of my enemy. Because the rod and the staff will be the safest weapon to use in those times, in those days. You must learn to fight with the rod and the staff, and don't let the enemy overcome you, because the enemy will try and attack you in any kind of form way he can. But they will take the sword and they will beat the sword down. They will beat the gun down. That's why someone will have a kingdom made of steel and metal, because they will not seek to use guns. They will beat down the guns into clubs and steel rods. They will beat them down. A lot of them will also use swords, sharp daggers and blades. But the righteous will be protected with the rod and the staff. Also, with truth, it will be different. See, in the end, truth will leave. He will be gone. In that time, when he's gone, when truth leaves, there'll be so much distress on the earth with man trying to protect themselves, the righteous, those that does not go, those that are not with the spirit of truth in the flesh, those that are lost to the way and had stayed here and will not obey, those that are hard-headed, they would not stand up to fight and protect themselves. Then they will be overcome by Satan himself as the beast in the flesh. This is why they need the rod and the staff to protect themselves in those times. But see, the spirit of truth himself is more powerful with an army to remove all sorts of bad things against them. Pray that you're taken by the Spirit of truth and uplifted by the Spirit of truth, because the truth shall set you free. You're not allow you to be destroyed. But in these times here, people being manipulated to believe that all these vile pleasures and stuff can save them, but they don't realize you don't get no power from no vile pleasures. All you doing is sinning and setting yourself, mocking yourself up for death, because death will surely take you. Sin is death. The more you sin, the more you pollute yourself. The easier it is for you to be killed. You can get shot in the face. The easier it is for you to get stabbed in your side. The easier it is for somebody to hit you in your head while you walking around. You think just because they got cameras in stores, ain't nobody gonna attack you. A stray bullet might hit you. Somebody out there shooting. You're not protected. That's why I tell you to fast and weep, and I tell you to read those psalms and prayer to build up that spiritual wall around you and protect yourself by doing so. And all of you that are being attacked by these lunatics running around here calling you names and stuff, you can protect yourself. Don't allow people to try and harm you. Fight back. Don't sit there and just take this stuff. Because they will come. A multitude of them will come. Ask God to protect you, to give you the power to protect yourself. Give you the knowledge to learn to protect yourself. Because in these times, they will constantly kill and destroy. They will show no mercy in the times ahead coming. There will only be turmoil and conflict. But as for now, you should start building up your timbers. Start crying out and weeping in prayer to God. Build up your spiritual shield around you by doing this. Humble yourself and tell the truth. Shame the devil. No matter what cost, tell the truth and shame the devil. And don't tell lies. Don't let anyone manipulate you into doing vile things. All you have to do is be faithful to God and remain truthful and learn to protect yourself. Learn, practice, practice, practice to protect yourself. Even when you have free time, some type of way. But I'm not talking about with a gun. Not asking you to protect yourself with a gun, because a gun is not going to help you. It's going to be spiritual entities to block your eyesight as well, to keep you from being able to do anything with a gun. And then you got to worry about those demons in the flesh that Satan sent to hunt down people with guns, because it's made of metal. And the beast wants it. He's obsessed with it. This is what he prays. He don't pray to God. He loves the gun, a God of fortresses. His love is that gun, is that weapon. So you must learn to outsmart him. Don't fall into his trap. Don't let him capture you with it. It only scares the weak man. Those that don't know how to cry out and fast unto God. Those that don't give their sacrifice offering to God. Those that don't weep in tears of prayer to God and ask him for the knowledge to learn how to defend themselves. These are the ones that are afraid of those that pack guns, and they don't realize that Satan himself is watching them at every move. I saw a huge bear, which had been marked and cursed with the sign of the beast up on his head, and his mind was crazed. He had a craving for the gun. He wanted it for himself, just to beat it down, to make his own type of weapon with it. So be aware and be alert. And he began to eat the flesh of mankind. As it was saying, and I was wondering what the beast was in Daniel, what this bear was laying on his side. And now it was told to get up and eat his fill. Israel was a nation of people. They got up and started eating the flesh of other people. They want the gun that they may beat it down and make their own weapon with it. Because they're devils. They're the children of Satan himself. In that time, those years, they would devour the flesh of man. I told you before, tell the truth, shame the devil. What I say is not a lie to you. I tell you the truth comes from God himself. I want you to understand that you must give sacrifice over to God in order to understand what I'm saying, so that you won't think that everything is a lie. Because this is exactly what Satan wants you to believe. He wants you to believe that everything is a lie so that he can blind you. You won't be prepared for what is about to come. Your mind will be lost to the way. And he can catch you up in any trap he want to catch you up in. That's why you should learn to cry out to God and ask for salvation. Because you're blinded to believe everything is a lie and everything is a joke. But don't believe that. Don't listen to what he's saying to you. He want to trip your feet. He wants you to be misled and misguided. So you must open your eyes to the truth and listen, pay attention. Stop being blindsided by the devil. He's a dreadful entity. And he wants you to fall down into a trap. He wants you to die out of existence. He don't want nobody to live because he hates the living. He always have and he always will. I want to tell you this message today. And I want you to understand. God sees all things. Remember to be faithful and humble to him. And take care. Listen to my word. Remember the rod and the staff to keep presence, to keep with you. Remember that. Whether it be in your mind and in your heart, always. For this is your comfort in the presence of your enemy. For the enemy will come at a time when you know not. He will attack you. So be strong and learn to protect yourself by the blood of the Lamb. Learn to protect yourself. Ask God to show you how to do so. Thank you, brothers and sisters, and God bless.